looking for three. Taylor's going to finish it.
Watford for the win. Yes! Yes!
Hardy, hold on. So, Hardy, it's been 15 years, at least 15 years since you've been on camera, right? Something like that?
Yeah, I stay off that now.
He had the iMac when it first came out type shit. The little white computer.
Oh, the MacBook.
MacBook,
yeah, I love that. Yeah, it was great. That was great.
He got burned up or some shit in the car. Something like that happened to it.
Something crazy.
I don't know. But yeah, he was making shows on Facebook. We tried to watch one not too long ago, and it did not work. it didn't work. It was too long ago. But before Facebook was Facebook, this man was making shows. We can't say the name of that show because it was very foul, and we would be judged highly. We would be judged badly. So, welcome y'all to the Sports Corner. Michael Beasley here with Hardy motherfucking Hill.
How you doing, world?
Yes, making his debut to the Sports Corner. I mean, I've waited years to have my own co-host. I mean, finally. And it's my brother. I mean, it can't get much better than that.
Hey,
it really can't. It really can't. And I mean, if y'all know me and him, we just gonna spit it like it is. And we love sports, and that's what we fucking
chop it
do.
up, you know?
We're just gonna chop it up.
Jump right in.
So this is the NBA playoff edition of the Sports Corner. So, I mean, big time editions. The main thing to remember about the playoffs, matchups. That's what it comes down to. It's all about the matchups. Don't look at the seeds. Look at the matchups, because that's what fucking matters in the playoffs.
But before we begin, we have to address the elephant in the room. Hollywood, the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, I've been roasting these boys. So Hardy Hill, man, you know how many years I had to listen to Hardy and Zach talk shit about the Lakers. Oh my God, Kobe's the greatest. Look, rest in peace, Kobe. But
Rest in peace.
His death is off limits right now. I ain't talking about his death. We're talking about when he was alive and when he was playing. Oh my God, Kobe's the greatest ever. Oh, they're going to beat the Celtics. Ray Allen drops 13 3-pointers and still fucking loses. It's bullshit with the Lakers and the Celtics, man. I mean, the Celtics got one, but now the Lakers are garbage. They got LeBron James and they're garbage. What happened? What happened, Hardy? You got LeBron.
The Lakers fell apart. LeBron James is a drama queen. He put together this roster, and that's what the record was speaks for itself. So,
you think he pays too much attention to social justice? Like, is he paying too much attention to reading books or some shit? What's going on?
I don't think he's paying attention to the rest of the league. Okay, like I don't think he's paying attention to how much better teams are than his team. I think LeBron James may be it for LeBron James. I don't know.
You think it's coming to an end?
I think he's not going to be appearing in any more finals.
Whoa! That's big news right there. That's a hot take. That's a hot take, Twitter.
As far as a coach, Frank Vogel was as good as it was going to get.
Yeah.
No one else is going to be able to get you to the promised land. There's talk it might be Doc. There's talk
Quinn
it might be
Snyder.
Quinn Snyder.
Or Mark Jackson.
There's talk it might be Mark Jackson. But none of those guys, I feel like, can get you to the place you want to get to.
Nah.
Doc hasn't been there since 2008. So what makes you think,
Bruh. Also, I got a question. Why Rajon Rondo was in the Lakers? He was on the Lakers this year, y'all.
Where is he now?
He's in Cleveland. He decided to go to Cleveland.
Oh.
He got to the Lakers for like 2 weeks, and he was like, I ain't doing this again. I ain't doing this again.
You all are too old. He looked around and there was nobody to throw the ball to. Like,
oh my God.
there was nobody to assist. Like, he looked around and he just...
Nah, I'm good. I ain't doing this shit. Nah, I'm good. All right. I mean, that's hilarious. I mean, I just had to give you shit. So, I mean, Lakers fans is obviously a disappointing season for sure, right? You got to admit it.
Anymore. They don't exist. I didn't see Jack Nicholson at all
I didn't either.
this season.
Is he okay? I mean, COVID years I understood, like the year after COVID,
Where
but
was he? I didn't see him. I didn't see him courtside this year.
Jack, you making movies again? What was the last movie Jack played in? That was relevant.
Gosh, anger management.
Anger Man. Damn!
The Departed.
Okay, The Departed.
The Departed.
I mean, but okay, there's many relevancies.
2007, 2008. One of those.
Departed was kind of dope. I mean, I did not see Leo getting off the elevator and getting popped like that, but I can't ruin shit at this point. If y'all ain't seen The Departed at this point, I mean, that's your own fucking fault.
Yeah, it's over a decade. No.
Get over it. Get over it. Go read the synopsis. I don't know. Figure it out. All right, so let's jump into the playoffs, y'all. So first up, what series you want to jump into?
Well, first of all, I think we got to address this play-in going on tomorrow. Yeah, we still have 2 teams fighting for their spots. 4 teams fighting for 2 spots.
Yeah.
We have Charlotte at Atlanta
Ooh.
fighting for the 8th seed.
No, not Charlotte. But we got Charlotte and Atlanta just played, right?
Oh, yeah. So Atlanta won that one.
Yeah, Atlanta beat Charlotte last night, actually. So LaMelo Ball, he has no help there. Oh, I got to talk about something, Hardy. I don't know if you saw this or not. Let me pull it up. So last night in the Hornets and the Hawks game, Miles Bridges, okay? So Miles Bridges, y'all, he wants a max contract, this dude does. A max contract. He plays for the Hornets. So last night, he got ejected.
Okay.
And when he got ejected,
I remember seeing him be walking off the court.
So he's walking off the court, y'all. I'm about to play the video right now.
Was he yelling at a fan?
He swung at a fan,
Whoa.
right? But what I didn't know was he wasn't swinging the hit. He threw his mouthpiece at a fan, and it hit a woman in the face. I shit you not.
This guy wants a max contract?
And he wants a max contract. Let's see, right here. Playing it right now. Right here. Hit the woman in the face.
You just saw the way through this. What's that?
Yeah!
He wants a max contract?
He wants a max
Get a max
contract.
contract for doing that.
What?
You're not
A
getting
max contract, bro.
Well,
That's bad. That's bad news. And they were talking about the Pacers grabbing him. We don't want that. We good. We got Lance. Lance don't do that. He ain't about to do that. What the fuck?
We've got enough drama queens on us.
Sour motherfuckers, man. Sour. But what we do got is the Hawks versus the Cavaliers.
Ooh, for the 8th seed.
For the 8th seed.
For the 8th
To
seed.
go against the Miami Heat. I mean,
that's no
easy task.
That's no reward at all. Like I mean, I'd forfeit after I got the 8th seed. I don't think you're gonna.
No.
Neither one of these teams are. I guess we could jump right into the to that matchup,
Yeah,
the first
key to
round.
the series. I mean, we got Jimmy Buckets. A lot of pressure's on Jimmy Buckets. I mean, you got the number 1 seed now, bro. You are the number 1 seed in the East, not in the overall. Suns are number 1 overall. If the Heat played in the West, I think they'd be a 3 seed, which is kind of. But
it's interesting because the Heat were the Eastern Conference champions just 2 years ago, and they lost in the finals, and then last year they were beat in the first round, I believe.
Yeah, easy.
Pretty easily, yeah. So they went out and they got some pieces.
Like Kyle Lowry.
They have stepped up their bench play. Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson have also stepped up and become stars. I don't know if we're ready to call them superstars yet, but I guess we'll see this postseason.
They're like those.
They'll take that next.
Those are those role guys that hurt you in series, like because they hit those threes. When they get hot, you're fucked. You are completely fucked.
Looking at the matchup here, Atlanta and Cleveland, both teams don't match up well against Miami. I think Miami easily wins that series.
Yeah. Gentlemen sweeps.
And the Heat have also won 6 of their last 7 games. So they're getting hot at the right time. They were able to secure that number 1 seed towards the end of the season there. They have dominated both series against these teams. With dramatic numbers. They're averaging 120 a game against both teams, and both teams are averaging close to 90 to 100 points per game. So I don't think that either team matches up well.
And you got Oladipo. He might be that X factor.
Yeah, did we not speak on him? He dropped 40 the other night.
40 last game of the year.
40.
The thing about Victor Oladipo is he hasn't played at all, really.
No, he's coming off of 2 really bad years and 2 really bad injuries. So it was kind of amazing that Miami picked him up. And saw the potential in him and paid him.
Pat Riley, man, he's kind of a fucking genius.
I hear really good things about the Heat organization and how they run things down there in Miami. It's really.
I mean, Spoelstra started as the video editor there. How you start as a video editor? You get LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade, and you can win 3 or how many titles they win? 2.
Yeah, one of the best coaches. Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah.
Best coaches with matchups, Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, he knows how to coach.
Two championships, like you just said.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
he knows how to coach.
this year though, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later though, down the road though.
Yeah.
But yeah, gentlemen sweep for the Heat.
Yeah, 5 games.
5 games easy.
5 games easy on either one of those teams. I'm sorry, Hawks. It was great that you guys, made it this far, but
Dave McMillan
the
ain't
road
gonna
is
cut it.
about
Man.
over. Yeah, and Cleveland, you guys are just too young, and the inexperience will show. So.
All right, so let's hit up on the Bucks and the Bulls. Bucks and Bulls. I mean, you got Giannis versus DeRozan. The Bucks swept the Bulls on the season.
Yeah.
4-0. I mean,
yeah,
it
that
was
was-
fucking not even close. They beat their asses. I think one game was close, and that was towards the beginning of the year. And that's when the Bulls were kind of all right. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
shit's happened since then.
Now the Bulls have a chance to make this series interesting. I mean, DeMar DeRozan, he did lead the league in 2-point field goals.
Yes, he did.
724, I think.
724, y'all.
724, you said.
Yeah, that's, I mean, mid-range assassin, bro. I mean,
Yeah. That's,
what do you do
that's
with
for
that?
sure. That's for sure. But in those series, in the series that the Bucks swept this season, the Bucks starters dominated. They all 4 of them put up huge numbers in all those games.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't even close.
I think their numbers were like in the games they won were 94, 118, 126, 127. So they can score a lot of points, the Bucks, and I think, like Mike said, this will probably be
It might be a fucking sweep.
might be a clean sweep.
I mean,
The
honestly.
Bulls just don't have enough to stop Giannis. Not enough size.
I mean, Zach LaVine's back, and I mean,
Caruso's
that dude's
back.
good for. Yeah, Caruso's back as well, and I mean, Caruso's alright, but
But they just don't have enough
Yeah.
size to. I'm sorry.
Vucevic-
Contend with
he ain't about to do it, man.
Giannis. He's just
Too good
he's the Greek freak.
for a reason. I mean, he didn't win MVP. I mean, he's in the MVP running right now. You got Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis top 3 right now in the MVP race. So
I'm afraid the Bucks will be too much for the Bulls.
yeah, easily. So let's move on to the Grizzlies and the T-Wolves.
Ooh, interesting.
The series of the
here.
Young
Oh,
Bucks.
man.
Young Bucks
A
versus
lot of
Young Bucks.
A lot of young guys in this series, I mean, this could go, a multitude of ways. I think it will get drug out at least 6 or 7 games. There are just so many variables on both sides. The young Edwards, I mean, he's just a scoring. He puts up the scoring barrage every time he's out there.
Man, they're
he
starting
scores a lot of points.
They're starting to talk about Anthony Edwards in the same face as Michael Jordan.
They're putting him in
that
that upper echelon.
Like he ain't Jordan-esque
upper
yet. but
echelon. of
He
talent.
does shit nasty, man. Last night he had a dunk down the middle with like a minute to go, and it mattered. And then he just.
I mean, playing with a dominant guy like Karl Anthony Towns, it takes a lot of pressure off of Towns now that he can be a dominant player in his own right. I mean,
Yeah.
teams have to think about how they match up with him. But that game the other night, those 4 fouls, they came rather quickly.
In 2 quarters?
I don't know
At
if
home?
there's a conspiracy out there.
At home, 2 quarters, 4 fouls, and your ass was on the bench with 2:37 to
I
go.
don't know what you're doing now.
In the second quarter, what the fuck, man? It's shit. I feel like shit's rigged sometimes. I really do. I really, really do. Especially like shit like that. Like that's a playing game.
Come on.
In
Anything is possible! Come on.
Patrick Beverly, why was you celebrating like you was KG, man?
There was some major celebrations yesterday that I did not believe were warranted at all.
I mean, they were clowning on that shit on fucking TNT. I mean, I get it, man. Like, that shit's hilarious. I mean, but me being a fan, I'm like, okay, I feel good for these guys, though. T-Wolves, it's their first time, or the second time since 2005. I mean, come on. I mean, you gotta give it to them.
Gotta give them some props. Yeah.
It's a long time.
It's been a long
to be
time.
losers.
I think they kind of make this series interesting against Memphis. Memphis has a lot of great variables.
Man, hold on a second. Let's talk about the Minnesota real quick. I just gotta talk about the state of Minnesota. The Vikings and the T-Wolves. Y'all don't win ever, do y'all?
Gosh,
What's it like? What's it fucking like to never win and be disappointments? Y'all got Kirk Cousins as a quarterback. I mean, I like Anthony
They
Edwards.
had the Minnesota Miracle once.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what that.
And Emilio Estevez and Mighty Ducks.
Oh yeah.
That shit wasn't real.
That's true.
Fiction.
At least they had, Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Gable Stevenson.
Oh, no, Hardy. You can't talk about Gable Stevenson. You don't know about him, do you?
What?
Oh man, there's some bad news about Gable Stevenson.
What? Gable's a WWE
Oh my
superstar.
God, I hate to. No, we don't want to represent
He's a
him.
WWE Raw superstar.
We don't want to represent him, Hardy.
Oh no!
I gotta show you something.
Oh
I
God!
gotta show you and the viewers something real quick about Gable Stevenson.
Oh God! Gable Stevenson.
This is about to blow. This is bad. So, Gable Stevenson, he was an Olympic wrestler.
Yes.
How many? What did he win again? Something, right? I
Yeah.
forget. He won gold.
Won the Olympic gold.
Right. Yeah, he's a gold medalist. Well,
Yeah.
I hate this. I hate to say this.
What's happened?
No, it's his past. So in 2019, Gable Stevenson got charged with rape, right? And no charges were filed because in the state of Minnesota, when a woman drinks, they are considered they're not like so. Okay, so like in Indiana, if a woman drinks and you have sex with her, she can say you raped her. But in Minnesota, it's the exact opposite. So that's why Gable Stevenson wasn't found guilty of rape. Him and his roommate, they raped a girl, and they were found. They got off on a technicality, and then now in Minnesota, the law has changed because of Gable Stevenson and his teammate. So. Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about him, Harding. I hate to tell you about that one. Yeah.
I wish we wouldn't have put him on WrestleMania.
Yeah, that story came out right after WrestleMania, and I was like, oh man, Vince, they really got us there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to talk
We're
about
screwed.
that one time.
We're screwed.
We're gonna move on to the next playoff series now.
Well, we got the Grizzlies winning that series 4-2.
4-2.
We're just gonna say Memphis,
Yeah.
because John Morant.
John Morant. Oh no. So Pat Bev, John Morant, don't let Pat Bev get in your head, bro.
Yeah.
If he gets in your head, you're
Pat
fucked.
Beverly's one of the best, on-ball defenders in the league, and he will cause some problems and get into your head, John Morant. So don't let him. I think if John Morant is John Morant,
Yeah.
and Dylan Brooks is Dylan Brooks, and the rest of the Memphis Grizzlies are the Memphis Grizzlies we've seen down the stretch, Memphis wins this easily 4-2.
4-2. Yeah, I mean, you got Desmond Bain as the role player. He's a very high percentage 3-point shooter. I think he's a little over 44%. And I mean, he's from Indiana as well, up north. And he went to TCU. How's an NBA player from Indiana go to TCU?
We just can't recruit.
What the fuck are we
We
doing
just
here?
can't recruit.
Purdue,
At
IU,
home at all.
Butler, IUPUI, DePaul.
Halliburton. I mean, how did we not get him?
What are y'all doing? I mean, hey, did you see that the Indiana Fever had 4 first-round draft picks the other night? How the fuck? I mean, that's a hustle right there. That's hustling. Like,
Coming.
shout out to the Fever. How you get 4 first-rounders? That's dope. That's big news right there for the Fever because they've been sucking recently. I mean,
We've suffered for a couple of years.
yeah, they won an NBA. They won a WNBA.
Yeah,
title, though.
yeah, but since then we have suffered.
Yeah, they
We
suck.
have suffered.
Yeah, they suck, yeah. Yep, so yeah, we got the Grizzlies going 4-2. All right, so next series, we want to jump into Dallas and the Jazz.
Oh,
The
yeah.
boring-ass Jazz.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of stats on this one.
Yeah, Jazz
Mike
slept.
did want to discuss the usage rate of Luka Doncic, which is about, what?
37.
37.
37.4%. He leads the league in usage. So basically, if Luka's not playing, the Mavs are fucked. I mean, fucked. It ain't even close. I mean, they're gonna be lucky to steal 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, there's very not much here. This is going to be a very boring series.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
There's
Jazz.
there's not a lot of star power in this series, which is not always a bad thing. But Donovan Mitchell will probably lead the Utah Jazz over the Dallas Mavericks.
I mean, they split the season series, right? 2-2.
Yeah, but the Dallas Mavericks just don't have a whole lot of offensive firepower without Luka. Luka's a question mark right now, and then you don't know what kind of Luka you're getting.
Yeah.
With this injury. So I think Utah Jazz win this
4-2.
4-2.
Yeah, I gotta go 4-2.
With Luka, the Mavs have a chance to win this 4-2, but it has to be a healthy Luka
And Brunson's got to play well. The guards got to play well for.
I mean, we just don't have a lot of size too.
But I
in
did
Dallas,
see
Rudy Gobert he led with 14.7 rebounds per game
I'll
this
give him that.
year. So
Okay.
I mean, there's not a lot of size in Dallas, so I think Dallas might be in trouble.
Dallas does have Norman Powell though, and he did lead the league in effective field goal percentage. I did see that. So, but also he just said Rudy Gobert down low. That's a problem for Dallas right there.
And I gotta think Utah wants to get out of the first round. They haven't been out of the first round in
Yeah,
it's been a couple years.
Yeah, a couple years.
So I think Utah gets out of the first round and gets into that second round finally.
Yeah. I feel like Utah is just always going to be that squad that's just there.
Yeah. Right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. That's
Right in
just
the
who
middle
they
of the
are.
pack.
That's who they are. So you want to do the Nets and the Celtics?
Wow. Big series here.
Woo!
Okay. That's what I want to talk about because, you got Durant and Irving, superstars. You got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who are almost superstars. So, we're just gonna be an interesting series to watch. Yeah.
I do believe so as well. I mean, Kevin Durant, this is his squad. I mean, Kyrie's back finally. I mean, but this is Kevin Durant's team, and he has a lot to prove with this. This is his championship. If Kevin Durant leads the Nets to the title, he's going over LeBron. Something like that.
I guess, yeah.
He surpasses LeBron. I'm not listening.
I guess you could say that.
I have to say that because LeBron puts together super teams and he fails. Kevin Durant went to a super team, didn't fail, won easily.
No.
Didn't
Final
even break a sweat.
2 final MVPs.
Didn't even break a sweat, man.
Yeah. Went to a third, didn't win that one, but still,
Should have because they got hurt.
The team fell apart,
Literally
injuries.
fell apart.
Literally.
I mean, Clay just now came back in the last month since that game, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr.
I think Kevin got hurt in that series as well.
Yeah.
So,
But he came back for the Olympics to show his love and loyalty.
won the gold. I know they were number one at one point in time in the season, and they were dealt some injuries and
Lost 11 in a row.
One of their stars decided he didn't want to be vaccinated, so he didn't play most of the year. And then when he did play, he only played road games.
I think he smokes peyote, man.
Yeah, so
Kyrie's doing something on the side. I don't know.
Yeah, the Nets have the advantage here. They have a very fresh and healthy Kyrie, obviously, and Kevin's coming back from injury. He's been putting up numbers out of this world, and they have a great supporting cast and Claxton and Bowen and.
Well, Bowen, he was running off at the mouth a little bit.
Yeah, KD had to bring him back a little bit. Yeah.
Bring him back down the line.
Joe Harris is back, right?
Yeah, Joe Harris is back, and they got Dragic as well. They got a full-ass squad, man.
Curry and Drummond has to play
Yeah.
huge. Drummond has to play huge too. I think
that's
Drummond
the
has to
impact.
be huge down low and in that paint area for them to be successful against Tatum and Marcus Smart and Brown. I mean, because those guys they get to the paint.
They do.
They score a lot in the paint. They get to the foul line, so it's gonna be big. Obviously, the Celtics not having Williams.
That matters a big fucking deal. That's why the Andre Drummond impact is going to make a big difference. And then also you got superstars versus the stars. You got KD and Kyrie versus Tatum and fucking Brown. And the thing about Jason Tatum is he won 5 games this year with his defense alone. I mean, this is some crazy ass stat some nerd in fucking Bristol, Connecticut came up with at ESPN.
Yeah.
Like, he won 5 games with his defense alone.
Yeah.
But the problem is he's the only one that can guard Durant.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get in foul trouble, or he's gonna get tired. One or the other. Yeah, Marcus Smart can't guard Kevin Durant. He's too small.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant.
I think they're gonna throw a lot of different kinds of defensive
Combinations,
schemes at
man.
Kevin Durant, make him try to make him uncomfortable.
They're gonna have
If
to.
you can, I mean.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a quiz question for you right now. What's the name of the Boston Celtics coach? I have no idea.
Ume Udoka, I think.
Bam! You got it. I had no idea.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's Ume Udoka, I think.
You got me.
Yes, he coached with, oh my goodness, I think he coached with the Brooklyn Nets last year as the assistant coach to Steve Nash.
Well, kudos to him.
I could be wrong.
Because they weren't scared of the Nets. They chose this matchup. They wanted to play the Nets.
And if anybody knows this team better, it would be Ume Udoka. I'm not probably saying that correctly, but if I'm not, I apologize.
Yes.
Yes, he is a good coach. Obviously, the Celtics have been on a tear since the All-Star break. They have been one of the hottest teams in the NBA since the All-Star break, and really, they, like you said, they're not afraid to play.
No, they want the smoke.
The Nets. They want the smoke.
They want the smoke.
Yeah.
This is literally what
They want the
rocking today. They want the fucking smoke. They want the smoke. We want the smoke. It's wrinkled up, but look, we want the smoke.
Yes.
That's what they wanted. They wanted this smoke, and they gonna get it. And
Obviously-
they gonna lose.
obviously-
I got the Nets 4-3, 7-game series, 4-3 Nets.
Series. Obviously, though, the Prophets did not want the smoke on Monday Night Raw, and you know what I'm saying, the Usos put them down. So,
Woo! It's all about Roman, the tribal chief. We the ones, y'all. We the ones.
Bloodline.
If y'all don't watch wrestling, y'all need to start doing
Bring
it.
this on
Get on the
another
fucking
level.
train, y'all.
But like we said, yes,
Yeah.
Nets probably in four games, 4-3. It'll be a 7-game series for sure. I'd be really surprised if the Celtics can pull it off. It would take some very defining games.
Heroics.
Heroics.
I think Tatum did drop a big game on the Nets this year, though. Nets defense is very poor.
54 points. Yeah.
54 on the Nets. Yeah, he had 54 on the Nets. So, I mean, watch out for that. I mean, he might have a big night, at least in one or two of those games.
I think it's going to be a very interesting series. This may be like the conference championship in the first round.
totally.
So I think it's definitely going to be
How do we
exciting,
get
like,
this?
exciting one to watch.
I mean, they set this shit up.
Adam Silver, what are you doing? man? Like,
They
how
set
can you
this
create
shit up.
this kind of drama, man? Like, I
For
mean,
real.
the Nets, an 8th seed, 7th seed. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the possibility, how this transpired was crazy.
It really is. Where we at now? We going to the Suns? Have we talked about the Suns yet?
Gosh, the Clippers, man.
Yeah, so we're
Suns,
going to go ahead and say the Clippers is going to get
I
through.
just-
So the Pelicans were celebrating last night. They had like this little dance off after they won their playing game to advance to a chance to be the 8th seed to play the Suns. But they're going to play the Clippers in LA. I mean,
I think CJ McCollum thinks that they actually have a chance, and I just don't know. I like the Pelicans. I think they're an interesting team, but I don't have a lot of facts on because they weren't very particularly good all year. They're really bad. They're lucky that I'm saying the Lakers were worse. So that's why they're in. The Spurs came up short. The Lakers were worse. So the Pelicans are here. Zion hasn't played a lick all year.
not a lick. But he can
There
dunk.
was talk that he might be able to play if they make it to the first round.
Yeah, I don't know how he can dunk and he just can't play.
I'm confused. I just don't really believe in the Pelicans. So
At all.
I'm going to go with the Clippers
Yeah.
and Paul George here
Yep.
to make it against the Suns. But I'm not going to give them much of a chance either. I think
No.
the Suns, they had the best record. They lost 18 or 19 games.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. I
Pretty
mean,
damn good.
this is like Suns of the old past, like when they would consistently win those 55+ wins.
With Steve, right?
Yeah, with Steve.
Yeah, he was MVP.
Yeah, he
2
was
years in a row.
2
We on
years in a
track.
fucking row. But it's funny how Devin Booker's not even in the conversation.
Yeah.
But Chris Paul is. How Chris Paul in the conversation, but Devin Booker not?
Man, most pressure. It's on Chris Paul.
Oh yeah, Chris Paul. Yeah, most definitely. How you in the league for as long as he has been? And I mean, what was it last year or the year before when he had the big playoffs and then he got hurt in the Western Conference Finals and he wasn't the same after that. Like they went deep and then he got hurt and then they just went to shit. Really, I can't remember what it was, but it's something like that. It's normally what happens to Chris Paul. He got that black cloud over him.
Yeah, he always falls apart at the worst times. Last year we saw it in the finals. The finals. Yeah, he just couldn't.
Unfortunately,
yeah,
couldn't
just
hack it.
He couldn't hack it to win his first championship ever in 16, 17 years. So I think the most pressure is on Chris Paul to win.
It is most definitely.
You got the best record. You got home
But
all throughout the playoffs.
If the Clippers get past the Suns, Kawhi Leonard is rumored to come back for the second round.
So if Paul George and the squad can
Get
manage
through.
the storm, I mean, hey, it's silver lining.
They're just kind of soft to me, though. I feel like they got to have some type of edge to them, the Clippers do. Paul's got to play like... Paul, okay, this is the joke about Paul. They make fun of him because he struggled there in the Clippers. But I understand why Paul called himself Playoff P because in Indiana, when he played for us, he was a beast in the playoffs.
Yes, he was.
He did. I mean, he'd go to the Eastern Conference Finals. We get there.
You pair that with a coach like Tyronn Lue who can really coach.
Which okay, so I said Spoelstra, but Tyronn Lue's up there with Spoelstra.
Yeah, he's great with breaking down matchups and winning series like this. So I would not count out the Clippers. If anybody knows the Suns well, it would be Tyronn Lue, who coached against them in the conference championships last season. So I think we'll see a pretty good series of matchups going forward.
I think the Clippers can win on the road in Phoenix. I think I've heard there's been like some rumbles with Ayton there in Phoenix. Hey, also shout out to Mikal Bridges for Phoenix, who has played all 5 seasons. He has not missed one game in the 5 years.
There's be more of that going on in the league.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
There's something going on with the people out around this league, these superstars. They're not playing a lot of games. No. I'm just kind of concerned with the state of the NBA.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving hasn't played all year. Ben Simmons is potentially coming back. He hasn't played. I'm like, what's happening to the league, man?
I know.
When these guys haven't played all season and now they're just coming back? There should be a rule here, man. You got to play X amount of games in the regular season so you can play in the postseason. Doesn't seem fair to the guys like Bridges, right? That played, X amount of years and it hasn't missed a game. I mean, come on. Like, what's happening here?
For real.
Kyrie Irving? Ben Simmons?
I mean, it's just a bad look. It's a bad look. It makes the league look it makes the league look soft. It just makes us look soft. It's like, man, like back in the day, this is why Michael Jordan's era is so respected. Because they played every fucking game.
Guys played hurt all the time.
They played hurt. They don't give a fuck, okay? We're making millions of fucking dollars. You're making millions, man.
We're disappointed. We're disappointed.
It's not like they're like going to work at a fucking nursing home or going to work at a warehouse and you work 40 hours a week and make fucking... You actually work. You're actually working. These motherfuckers are playing basketball, man. Millions of dollars. We're making chump change. They make millions of dollars. It's just... It's like, what the fuck, man? Play.
Yeah.
Play.
I don't know what the hell you're doing.
You're showing my kids it's all right to just call in.
Yeah.
Hey, coach. I don't want to play today. I'm good.
DNP.
Did not participate.
If you DNP me, coach.
What? Michael Jordan would have looked at that motherfucker and said, hey, Phil, get this motherfucker cut.
James Harden sat on X amount of games for no reason, just to force his hand. Force the hand to Sean Marks.
That's a bad look.
Move him. That's a really bad look. Him over to Philly.
It's a really bad look, honestly.
It's just very sad, James. Yeah. Very sad. There's some pressure on you too, James.
We'll
get to you in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to you,
We're gonna
James.
Say Suns win this.
Yeah, Suns
in 4-2.
4-2.
6 games.
6-game series.
It's probably going to be that way. Playoff Paul's probably not going to show up.
Yeah.
We hope he will.
If he does,
probably won't.
If he does, it might be a gentleman's sweep.
You put up 40 points, Paul, in 4 games, and I'll petition to get you a damn medal. All right?
For real.
I'll petition to get you a medal that says Playoff P.
Playoff P. I'll do it. I'll get a shirt. I'll get a shirt made.
I'll get a shirt made too.
Playoff P, and I'll wear it.
You have my word.
Swear to God, I will.
Right here on the Sports Court.
Right. I swear to God. We'll start selling them. Right for you, Paul. This is for you, Paul George. Because you know what? We got to bury the hatchet.
Yeah.
It's time.
We've forgiven you.
Yeah.
The Pacers are going to get the 5th pick. We've forgiven you. I mean, 5th or better. We've forgiven you.
We've forgiven you, man. We got lottery picks. We got balls. I mean, we good. We got Halliburton.
Yeah.
We had Buddy. Buddy was second in the league in 3-pointers, bro.
We're good. Yeah, we're good. We're all right. We're all forgiven on our end. You know what I'm saying? We got all the cancerous pieces out in here.
Yeah, we gonna be all right.
Nate. Hey, you're gone too. Hey, both of y'all.
Gonna get buried in Atlanta. Oh, I guess y'all playing in the playing tournament. Good luck.
You too, Borkin.
Good luck. That's all Nate McMillan good for any damn way.
You too, Borkin. We'll get to you and your team and your series as well, too.
Oh, yeah, they're playing in fucking Philly. I guess we can get to them
Let's
now.
go ahead and move on to Philly.
Man, fucking Philly and James Harden. Superstar James Harden or bum James Harden? Which one we gonna get?
Let me just tell you.
Who we get with James Harden?
Philly's in a lot of trouble anyway, man. First of all, you got James playing here, man. And then you got Thibault who can't play in Toronto because he didn't get the other half of the vaccine.
What the fuck, bro?
Got the first shot, but not the second.
What sense that even make? Why you gonna get the first vaccine but not the second vaccine? Oh, it made you feel awkward? Made you hurt? Motherfucker, you already got the poison in you. If that's the case, it's already there. Get another one. I got fucking 3 of them.
So
Stab me.
without
Still got COVID.
Thibault, who Mike alerted me earlier, led the league in
Steals.
Yes.
Yes.
So you're not going to have that in Toronto. You know, in the 3 games you have to play in Toronto. So I'm a little worried about Philly. I think this becomes a stretched out series for them. May go 7 games.
7 at least.
May go
maybe.
7 games. I think maybe Philly has the edge. I don't know if James Harden is going to step up or not. I would think he would because he's coming to the postseason and to the playoffs for the first time in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
The Raptors, I don't think, have enough to guard him. I don't think they can stop him.
Embiid's tearing up. I mean, Embiid won the scoring title this year. But I will say Siakam has had big nights. against the Philly. He had 37 on him earlier this year. So I'm not going to put it past Toronto because they do find a way to win.
Yeah.
They got hot out of nowhere. I did not expect the Raptors to be. They lost Kyle Lowry.
Mhm.
I mean, I did not see. They didn't even move.
Yeah.
They stay right where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Middle of the pack.
Defensively, they're one of the better teams in the league, but I don't think they have enough star power to stage off, you know what I'm saying, James Harden and Embiid. You can't forget about Harris either, who plays very, very well. And they have other pieces in the bench that, you know, performs very well. What's his name? Maxey?
Yeah.
He's becoming a threat.
He can play.
He's becoming a threat. A real fourth big guy for them on that squad, you know, right along with Harris. So I think, you know, if all the guys play really well for Philly, Philly wins this in 7 games, 4-3.
So we got the Warriors versus the Nuggets.
Man.
And this is my favorite series, honestly. The Warriors are my new squad because since the Pacers have sucked this year, Pacers are my squad. Don't get me wrong, the Pacers are my squad. But the thing about the NBA, man, this is the thing. Okay,
I ain't afraid to say I've been on the Warriors bandwagon since Mark Jackson coached them back in 13, 14. Shit,
big fan back then. Then I got off of him when Kevin Durant went there. Something about Kevin Durant made me not like them.
I didn't particularly like Durant taking all of Curry's shots, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Helped us win a championship.
Wasn't a fan.
So,
wasn't a big fan at all.
Even though Curry was,
they made it not fun. It wasn't fun to watch.
Yeah.
When LeBron can't even beat him in one game.
It's about wins, man. It's about wins and showing LeBron James what was up.
It was though. It really was, and they did.
We showed him.
They did
For years.
For years, literally. So we got the Warriors, the Dubs versus the Nuggets. Nuggets are down Jamal Murray. That's going to be a big loss for them
Michael Porter.
because no Michael Porter Jr. So the Nuggets are big. So that's what they do have going for them.
Besides Jokic, man, you know, MVP almost 2-time. So I think I think they can contend with the Warriors. But I think the Warriors just have way too many weapons.
Way too many weapons.
Belicia.
Oh yeah, name them all.
Chizza.
Oh,
Curry.
oh my God.
Green.
What?
Iguodala.
Iggy.
Kuminga. Lee.
That dude can play.
Looney.
What?
Moody.
Still.
Gary Payton II.
Oh, that guy's rising.
Jordan Poole.
Oh my God, the pool's now open.
Otto Porter Jr., who's been a great role player all season.
Otto Porter Jr. got his ass out of Washington and is relevant again.
We haven't even mentioned Klay Thompson and his 20 points per game.
What?
Or Juan Toscano Anderson.
He's on fire!
1 through 5. And Andrew Wiggins also. You know,
I mean,
all this with James Wiseman not playing a lick all season, and he's not going to return. So I think, you know, the Warriors are favored in this one heavily. I see them being the deepest team in the West.
Yeah. I mean, the Nuggets did win the season series, but, I mean, the Warriors had no rosters.
And Curry is coming off injury.
Yeah. Questionable game 1.
That left foot of his. He's scrimmaging today. We will see what happens. They're scheduled to play Saturday.
Let's see what happens. They might, I mean... Okay, it's going to be a 7-game series. We'll give it that just because of Steph. But if Steph is full go and if he's good to go, this shit could be quick. If we see the Steph we've seen all season, then it's going to be a 5-6 game series. Yeah, I mean the Warriors are coming to play. They are really good.
They're deep.
Very deep. Young guys that have developed over the years. I mean Jordan Poole.
Quickly.
Who saw Jordan Poole being good? I didn't think that.
I didn't.
What the fuck? I feel like I was bamboozled.
Yeah.
Like, man,
That
Steve
year they
Kerr.
were really bad. I mean, he carried the team, but I thought maybe it's just like, a fluke. And then he played really well last year.
Yeah.
And, they lost in the play-in.
Playing
The
tournament.
play-in tournament.
Do you like the playing tournament? Do you think it's
I think it's making things interesting. I think, guys are, anything is possible, or getting too proud when they win games, but I get it, you proved you had to prove yourself. I mean,
But they are younger. These are younger guys, I guess.
yeah.
But they're not. I mean,
Pat's not. But,
yeah, Pat's
these,
not. Pat, you should.
These other guys on the team, yeah.
At your age, Pat.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Pat, that was really
Unnecessary. You didn't have to do all that, Pat Beverly. I mean, honestly. So, okay, so since we're coming down to this, so who do you think out of these squads is going to have the biggest first round? Like, what player? Who's going to stand out the most? Just off the top of your head.
Oh, man, I think who's coming to town? I think Kyrie Irving's coming to town. Kyrie's. I'm wearing them right now. I think Kyrie's coming to town, obviously because he's the healthiest player in the playoffs, period.
Yeah.
I think he's only played like 2 months of basketball all year long. So Kyrie Irving, this is for you. You better come to play, okay, in the first round. You put up 50 points and 60 points the last couple weeks in games that don't matter. So you better put up those kind of numbers in games that do, since Kevin Durant carried your team last year without you.
Without you.
So
Literally. Yeah,
if
and
the
you don't
pressure's
have
on
James
you,
Harden.
Kyrie.
I heard him and James Harden didn't get along.
I heard that too. I read reports about that.
What
Yeah.
the fuck, y'all?
Mhm.
I had no idea.
That there was like,
some riffs.
words, and the words were
Yeah.
said about each other.
They
and
like
to
each other.
Yeah. So
So I
Kyrie,
guess James Harden's a dick, or is Kyrie a dick?
yeah, there's a lot of pressure. There's a graphic you pulled up about these five players that
Stephen
have a
A's
lot of
graphic.
pressure. Yeah.
So what was that? You got the list? I don't have.
Oh
let's see.
man, yeah.
Let's see
Well,
here.
it's
I got it right here. All right, so Stephen A's list. So we like Stephen A. First off, I like Stephen A. He's very personable. He's himself, and he's not scared to tell it like it is. Granted, he is controlled by ESPN. Fuck ESPN. Y'all don't want to hire me? It's fine. We come up with our own show, motherfuckers.
But Stephen A. is the best personality out there on television.
Just saying. Yeah, he is. So he came out with the players under postseason pressure. He had James Harden 1, Kyrie 2, Chris Paul 3, Jimmy Buckets 4, Klay 5. And me and Hardy were sitting back looking at this like, why is Klay Thompson even on this list?
Yes, I like that you have him at 5 because like he shouldn't be on this list, but if he's going to be on this list, definitely he's number
Like,
5.
towards the bottom.
He's got the least amount to prove.
Yeah.
Last time he was in the postseason was 2019 when he got hurt in the finals. Hasn't played in almost 3 years. Comes back to average 20 points per game. I'm just amazed he can do that. He looks like the old Klay. He's still coming back to form. So we'll see how he does in the playoffs. But I don't think any pressure's on Klay whatsoever.
Nah,
He's
not
got
at
3
all.
titles. I think the Warriors will dominate with Klay in the postseason.
Easy.
So I think, definitely 5.
I think Klay's going to at least drop 40 points.
Ooh, I think
At least
I
once
think
or
we're
twice in
definitely
this
going to see
postseason.
that maybe in the first round. I mean,
I
I don't think the Nuggets really have anybody that can guard him.
No,
So,
they really don't.
yeah, I think.
I mean, it's an awkward matchup because it's size versus speed and shooting.
yes.
I mean, good luck. Jokic, you ain't going to be enough, bro.
Now, definitely number 1 on this list for us, I think.
Let's see.
Mike said,
I forgot now.
I say Chris Paul.
Oh, yeah, you was at
I
Chris
say
Paul.
Chris Paul. 17 years in the league. I mean, it's time. You were at your first finals last year and you lost. So I think you have to win this one. Yeah, I mean, or,
Yeah, Chris Paul, man, he's
close
done
to
his
get back
thing.
to- Yeah, I mean, you have every other accolade. I mean, you need to kind of win one. I think the pressure's on you. James Harden, you still have a few years, but I think you're second on this
That's MV
list.
squad.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're second on this list. I think you've been so close. You've been to conference finals. It's time for you to maybe get over that hump too. And get to a first this would be a second. Finals.
Second NBA finals.
Second NBA
I
finals.
got put out by the Heat.
So you need to get back there. You trailed off on this journey on your own, and you've come up short in Houston. You've come up short in Brooklyn. It's time maybe in Philly that
Figure it the fuck out.
Philly,
man.
Philly, they like winners.
Yeah,
so
they do like
you can't
winners.
win You saw what happened to Simmons.
So
Get down out
yeah,
of
so I'm thinking about the top tier teams as well. So you got the Suns, they would have Chris Paul, and then the Grizzlies have no pressure. They shouldn't even be where they're at right now. They have nobody on that
Wow.
squad that has any pressure.
They got a billionaire that's helping them out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They got a billionaire owner.
Kevin Durant
Money
for
that
me.
team.
Kevin Durant's number one for me on that list, and Jimmy Buckets would be number two. And then I still don't even put Kyrie. If I put Kyrie on here, it'd be 5. Just
Well,
because.
Kyrie ventured off on his own little journey too. He didn't want to play in Boston. He didn't want to play with LeBron.
Yeah,
He didn't want to play in Boston.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying, now last year he didn't want to play either because, the world was flat and other things were going on. And it wasn't the right time for Kyrie to be playing. And then so half the time they said he was hurt. I don't even know if that was true. And then this year he didn't want to get vaccinated, so he didn't want to play then.
It's always
He just
something
wanted
with
to
that
play
dude.
some away games. He didn't play half the season, then started playing some away games. And then somehow
What's up,
the
Kyrie?
mayor just drops the New York mandate. Whatever. I don't understand.
Yeah,
I-
out of nowhere. Like, oh, the playoffs coming up. Hey,
Kevin Durant
hey.
talked some crap to the mayor, and then the mayor dropped it.
Yeah, mayor dropped the mandate.
It just all seemed a little bit neat. to me,
it's kind of awkward. I don't know what's going on.
So yeah, Kyrie's he's definitely on that list for me. I just think you're the freshest guy.
Yeah,
There's some
literally.
pressure. You only got one championship. You won it with LeBron. You claim to be one of the best players in the world. I am wearing your shoe, but you won no title on your own. Or what I'm saying. I mean, geez, Durant held the team up last year, and by himself, you at least owe him.
Oh, so
I mean, come on.
At least get past.
You got Harden out of there. You got Simmons coming in who ain't played a lick either. Both of y'all fresh as hell.
It's awkward, man. The NBA is so wild. But that's going to conclude our NBA playoff edition. But we are going to do a weekly update real quick because my man's here. And I don't get him here often, so we got to talk some Colts and some Pacers real quick. And I don't even know Pacers. We're just going to talk some Colts because we already talked a little bit of Pacers already.
Yeah,
So let's talk some Colts. Let's get into weekly updates, y'all. Welcome to Weekly Updates, y'all. Here with Hardy Hill, and he is a avid fucking fan as well. He is a Hoosier. He is a Pacer. He is a Colt. And more than anything, he's a Colts fan, and that's what we're going to discuss right now. I mean, yeah, this is an NBA episode, but we got to talk to Colts. They did some signings. Jim Irsay sent the fucking jet, y'all, for fucking, who was it? For Stephon
Gilmore.
What?
The 2019
Sent the
Defensive
jet.
Player of the Year.
He said, bro, you coming to the Colts.
3-time All-Pro.
We want you.
18 to
We
21.
want you.
That was the guy, okay? He's one of the GOATs. All right.
Real.
He could immediately fill the cornerback number
Impact.
one position, okay? He's an impact player. He can do exactly what Rhodes did for us 2 seasons ago, coming in and being a veteran presence, one of the best cornerbacks to play the game. His numbers are ridiculous. I had some stats on him earlier, but I do not have them now. But he is one of the best players in the NFL. Played for the Panthers last season, didn't play a lot.
I'll tell you, I heard the rumor today that Deebo Samuel is asking for $25 million. And the 49ers aren't going to pay him that. So they're willing to trade him right now. And that's the asking price for Deebo Samuel. It's $25 million.
I think that's a possibility.
Colts got money, y'all. Just
we
saying.
need a number one. We need a number one.
I mean, we got Jonathan Taylor, but we need a receiver.
We got Pittman, but we need another presence.
Yeah, and he can do it all. He run, he can catch. He's like Nyheim Hines. So I guess that would kind of step on Nyheim Hines' fucking toes.
And I'm told he's going to be a big player
Better
this season because he was, not really featured a lot last year, and he was pretty upset about that. So I think Matt Ryan will get him more involved. And Matt Ryan, that's a big pickup for us as well.
Fuck, we needed that. We needed that. Matt Ryan was a must for the Colts but then again, is he a Band-Aid or is he a Matt Stafford? I mean, Stafford won the Super Bowl in his first year with the Rams. We didn't see that shit coming.
No, we did not.
Nobody saw that shit coming.
Yeah.
Who the fuck saw the Rams winning? Shit was rigged.
Something going on with, both teams winning the last
Fucking
2
rigged.
years at their home stadiums, being in the Super Bowl, Tampa.
That never happened before in history. And now all of a sudden
happened
it's happening.
2 back-to-back years.
Not a good
Something's
look.
going on, Goodell.
How does Goodell still have a
We're
job?
watching you, man.
I'm trying to figure that one out.
Deshaun Watson got $230 million. He hasn't played in 2 seasons almost
Bruh.
now.
Guaranteed money.
I'm wondering what's going on here, man.
And then you got poor Baker doing interviews now talking about, oh, I was so lied to.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, man, he's hurt. He's hurt.
Get the fuck out.
Talking about the Seahawks are interested. That might be where he's going.
Go there. Go. Because Pete's going to get fired. You're going to get Pete fired, and Pete will go back to college and get in trouble for cheating again.
I mean, he's got some weapons. Metcalf, Lockett.
I thought they said, I saw another rumor that said that Metcalf might be on his way out.
Well, I'm hoping the Colts can grab some of these guys, all right?
I mean, there's a lot of rumors out there.
A lot of rumors going on out there. Gilmore was wined and dined by us.
Yeah, we wined and dined him. Like,
we signed a special team player from the Patriots.
Yeah, Brennan King or some shit like that. Somebody like that. Apparently he's a good player. But we lost George Odom. But yeah, that's how that is.
The league. Business.
League in this business.
It's a business.
But man, thank y'all for watching. It was a hell of an episode. I had a lot of fun. I know my motherfucking brother did too. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment. And before I get out of here, I'm gonna let Hardy end things with a quote off the top of his head.
Be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah. Peace. Heck quick. Cut and print.